Alright, BobalosRex here, and we gotta talk about these leaks. So, there was the picture going around, there was a supposed leak, and that was proven to be false. So I'm glad I didn't really touch that. I did see it, I didn't really do anything about it. But this is in the data. So we're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna comment, and I'm gonna talk about my opinions and what I've been thinking. So, I have been working on my expansion ideas. Tomorrow's is going to be a fun one. It's going to be great. Hope you enjoy. As I get closer to launch, you're going to be seeing more of my refined, like more that I think are legit. Like the expansion ideas that I'm going to have closer to BlizzCon are some of my predictions, and then I'm going to have a whole bingo card. But let's get into these leaks. Alright, data mine achievements. That's the thing. So here's the post on Reddit. Alright. And people have also found this in the data. And a lot of these kind of look legit. And part of this is in the toy box. But let's go through all of this. They've independently, so WoW had independently confirmed the listed achievements are real, and I've had other people on Twitter confirm that they are real. People who go into the data and whatnot. So, the promotions achievement tab contains achievements from previous expansion bundles, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here we go. So the first one, SAFE. Alright, so that could be a toy or a little robot, you know. It brought up some, because there is a few. Yeah, see, there's a help engineering toy. So that could be new, or that could be a part of the new promotion. Because another thing that's coming out is, we know the BlizzCon goodie bag. So don't forget about that. Then we got the survey bot, which could lead to this idea of an expansion that we're going to talk about when we get to the bottom here. So we got a survey bot, a safe, like, robot or toy. Most likely that's a toy. This is probably a pet. Now, it could be related to the BlizzCon or the expansion. Then we got this here, Ysurgul, the Dream Urk. Or maybe it's supposed to be Dreamark. Alright. So, this is obviously the BlizzCon Murloc pet that we always get. So, this is going to be related to the Emerald Dream. We got an Alexstrasza one. Of course, we're going to get the Ysera one that we got. So, this is clearly linked. This one is clearly linked to BlizzCon. Now we got these Storm Rider Bronze, Storm Rider Silver, Storm Rider Gold. Ooh. Here's the thing about those. So could these be editions of the thing? Like you have a Bronze edition, a Silver edition, Gold edition? That's unlikely because they don't name that. But this could be new dragon riding achievements. Now, one thought, because here's the thing. Why would they be putting dragon ride achievements in for a new zone? That doesn't make any sense. This could be achievements for pre-patch event, but then that would mean the expansion's soon? Or they're putting these in early? Or maybe it's going to be a special event in relation to BlizzCon and the expansion announcement? But then I'm like, so they're not, are they on the Dragon Isles? Are they all over? Is there a Dragon Rider race over there? Dragon Rider race over there? Because we can't fly everywhere yet. But we can't have races that allow us to fly places. And then also, could mean, like, are we going to get weather events? Are these going to be different than zone races? Are these going to be longer? Like, this is very interesting because this does look like races. You know, or is it involve using a special mount? Are we going to get the Griffin mount? Because there are... I do need to bring up something for that, but let's come back to that later. Alright. Oh my god, did I screw things up? No. So we'll come back to that later. Then we got little mags. Alright, which you could be like, who could that be? Clearly it's a fire elemental. Is it similar to Rag? Because I was thinking of like the M names from that. The only one I can think about is like Magmadar. You know, maybe it's a blue Ragnaros. Because you got little Rag. But this could be in relation to the new expansion, or it could also be linked to the BlizzCon. We got Squally, which also sounds like an elemental pet. Then you got Fern, which is very interesting. And we got Little Frostwing. So, you got two littles, you know, and remember, I'm definitely thinking some of these are linked to the BlizzCon Heroic, like the BlizzCon bundle of goodies. But some of these, especially this last one here, which is the big thing, Heroic Edition Algarian Storm Rider. Alright? So, some people may be thinking it's the mount that we saw yesterday in the BlizzCon thing. No. That is a Blizzard Ice Elemental looking thing. This is an Algarian Storm Rider. Now, hold on. I'm going to bring up an image, and I want to go to the original source. Hold on. I'm going to go to the original source. So, there is a Griffin skin that's been going around, and if we remember, we had the Griffins linked up with flying, dragon riding. So what I'm wondering is, what if this is do some races with this new mount as a promotion? So it's like paid feats, or like I was saying, maybe it has something to do. Okay, so Keyboard Turner talked about this a while back, but here, let's bring it up over here because this was the easiest way to see it. So Red Shirt Guy brought it up. There's this Griffin skin right here. Could this be the Storm Rider? Possibly. But let's talk about Khaz'Algar and what we know about Khaz'Algar and Avaloran, because that's what everyone's talking about. But real quick, as you can see with these little pets right here, these 4 little pets here, it all seems to be linking elements. I've been talking about elements for a while, but let's talk about the Storm Rider. Let's imagine it's from Khaz'Algar and it is a Griffin from Khaz'Algar, the dwarves. Now, the thing about the Khaz'Algar dwarves, and let's bring up the book. Here. I'm going to bring up the book right here. Observational Report Earthen. Alright, so I'm going to read it again. I've talked about this before, but let's read it again. Observational Report Earthen. Fellow Watchers, when you were assigned to observe the state of our Titanforge subjects who, regretfully, fell under the influence of flesh, the Keepers could not have anticipated the effort necessary to follow them as they spread throughout the world. I should do my best to ensure your perseverance is recognized, but for now you are to continue your duties until a new directive is authorized. It is apparent from your reports that a degree of transformation in Titan-forged subjects is significantly diverse. There is no group in which this variance is more easily observable than the Earthen. While some have succumbed entirely to this malady, such as the Earthen who emerged... Okay. Think about the time period. The Earthen who emerged from Uldaman and called themselves dwarves. Others remain resistant, whether or not full and apart. This would be taking place after the whole Loken event. Okay? One particularly notable variant can be found in the Earthen contingent dispatched to investigate the fissure detected in Sector AR-938. For further details, search records related to geographical anomalies. So, let's talk about this. Because people want to take Khaz'Algar and Avaloran and put them together. I'm even guilty of that. But my main theory is Avaloran is the Dragon Isles. The insurgent keepers are the Jarradin. That's my theory. But this shows here, right? Earthen contingent dispatched to investigate a fissure in that sector. If Odin had already cut off investigations into Avaloran, how are Earthen being dispatched to investigate an area where they are not sending other in other troops? Because let's bring up Avaloran. Alright. Here's Avaloran. Wreckage analysis. I am writing... let's go to it. Well, no, I want to talk about this. Heretics have taken over this island. Alright? And Odin is sending stuff, and this person's saying, don't send any more. All we're getting back is wreckages. Alright? How is he sending more Earthen if this is connected to Avaloran? I actually think Khaz'Algar and Avaloran are separate, and this proves it in my mind. Alright, let's finish the observational report Earthen, and we'll go read about Avaloran. Alright, so fissure detected in this sector. In the course of their duties, these Earthen... Okay, so you had Earthen coming out of Uldaman. Then there was another dispatch set of Earthen sent somewhere else. Alright? So you have the Earthen in Uldaman, Earthen somewhere else. Okay? And this is being written after the Earthen had re-emerged as dwarves. Okay? In the course of their duties, these Earthen began to manifest behaviors analogous to those which would one day be apparent in the self-styled dwarves. Alright, so these dwarves are like dwarves. These dwarves are acting like how these will begin to act. So the Earthen that came out of Uldaman, I guess, are like fiddling around at this point in time. Or because this is taking place after, this is being written after the dwarves have become dwarf-like. But apparently these had begun doing the same dwarf stuff. Alright? Despite these two groups being separated by vast swaths of time and distance. So, the Earthen had gone to investigate this area. And then, just because they're there, they're doing Earthen things. Dwarf things. Meanwhile, after these dwarves came out of Uldaman, they began doing dwarf things similar to what these other dwarves were doing. In fact, based on the origin dates, I can identify no corollary at all between these populations. So the new part dwarves were sent, they were sent away long before the Tyr incident. Alright? Alright? Yet while their behaviors, language, and demeanor show many similarities, for example, assigning Sector AR-938 the colloquial name Khaz'Algar. That's where we get Khaz'Algar from. Physiologically, the two groups remain distinct. So, physiologically, these earthen are different than the dwarves. But they are acting like the dwarves. Alright? What the dwarves are like... Two earthen group gets sent to this sector to investigate a geographical anomaly. Time passes. Tyr does his thing, brings earthen, curse of flesh earthen away. Takes him to Uldaman. Arcades takes him to Uldaman. There are in Uldaman. They come out. They go be dwarves. Then this report comes out that, oh, they're like the dwarves. Oh, remember those dudes? They acted the same way. They look different, but they're both groups of earthen. One became dwarves, one became the Khaz'Algarians. Alright? Is this distinctiveness due to exposure to unique qualities of the anomaly, or is there another reason? We require more data before a conclusion can be reached. As ever, your aid in analysis remains invaluable. Remember, we are the eyes of the Titans. Respectfully, Watcher Melania. Alright. It's very interesting. Now, here's where we're going to see how Khaz'Algar is not on Avaloran, in my opinion. Alright. Prime Designate. This is to Odin. I'm writing to confirm that the wreckage discovered on our shores was indeed the remains of our most recent expeditions to Avaloran. There were no survivors. This marks the third failed attempt to reach that accursed place in the time since I assumed my post. Alright. While I would not presume to question either your authority or your determination, I pray to the Titans that the rumors I hear of the fourth expedition are mere speculation rather than fact. Surely you can see further pursuit of the heretics is folly. Yes, they must be made to answer for their crimes against Innaria and the other keepers, but their defenses are not to be underestimated. The resources required to breach their line are simply beyond our current capabilities, at least not without jeopardizing containment of the prisoners in our charge. So, they're talking about moving forces from Ulduar to this place. Not that the heretics have a prisoner as well. Alright? Though I agree there's a risk in allowing their strength to grow, evidence suggests that the aggressive nature of the heretics will cause them to turn on one another and weaken their resolve. If we can be patient, an opportunity for retribution will present itself. I beseech you, Prime Designate, let the fire of your wrath cool, at least for now. Its embers will be rekindled in due time. If not, I fear that I will soon be authoring yet another report of the Lox expedition, its final remnants dashed upon the rocks and waves. With all due respect, Roger Perithalis. So, I think it's clear that this report would have had to have happened before Odin was sent up. Alright? To me, this also means this report happened after. Okay? Because this talks about the dwarves coming out. So this happened pre-Tyr death. This one happened post-Tyr death. Alright? Did Odin ever send out another force? We don't know. But this shows to me that Avaloran was a place of Titan heretics. And Khaz'Algar is another location. Alright? That's my opinion. So, let's get back to the leaks. Then we got a bunch of Warcraft Rumble mini toys. It's crazy that there's a ton of toys. This feels like it could be like the little minis we got, but this is going to be a lot of toys then. The toy box doesn't contain much. This is a lot of toys if these are all unique toys. But yeah, so we got Algarian Storm Rider, and we got the Griffin model. So we're going to get Elemental, Dwarves, Griffin Riders. And I think that's going to be cool. And this is where it came from. And this was the WoW head post. And I do think this is interesting. Am I excited for an Elemental Dwarf expansion? I don't think it's going to be the whole expansion. I think the Khaz'Algar Dwarves are going to be a thing in the expansion. Alright? But it's going to be taking place in... People are thinking it could be part of the revamp. I will try to wedge it in. It could be. But the time and distance post, to me, makes me think that they're, like, further away than maybe just, like, maybe in Kalimdor. These dwarves would not be in some underground zone in Eastern Kingdoms. Okay? It would not be in Pandaria, alright? I don't think it'd be around the Broken Isles, or Zandalar, or BFA. I don't think it would be in Northrend, because we've got the Frost Dwarves there. You got, like, that's literally where... Could it be in Kalimdor? Maybe. Could it be in the South Seas expansion? Maybe. But we'll have to see where this ends up being. It could just be a whole new landmass. Maybe it's called Avaloran, but I've already told you why I don't think it's going to be Avaloran. But I'm excited about the Algorian Storm Rider, this new Khaz'Algarian Dwarven Griffin. If we're getting a dwarf expansion, cool. At least we're going to get some cool dwarf stuff. You know, I'm not going to say no to that. But yeah. There it is. There's the link. That's almost like a lore rant, but tomorrow's video I have set in stone. And it's going to be my first expansion idea. I'm going to go ahead and name them off as a special bonus at the end of this video. I've already gone beyond 20 minutes. So we got Pirates. Then I'm going to have a light expansion. Then I have a very interesting new war expansion idea, which is going to include revamp. Then I'm going to have an elementally themed revamped, which I may... Here's the thing. With the new zone, it's just free balling, so I didn't really want to do a new zone. And then I have another revamp that leans more into the Void. Alright? I don't know how I'm going to order the... I know the Void one and the Elemental one are going to be back-to-back. I don't know in which order. I am definitely for an Elemental expansion. If it's in a whole new area, then, like I said, it's free-for-all. What you can do with the zones there. But yeah, I got some cool ideas coming up. Tomorrow's video is the first one, the Pirates. Then next week, it's going to be my light expansion, which takes place in a very interesting area that we're all going to know. And then the other three will be revamping areas of Azeroth and including some new zones splattered in. But thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye.